Walt once again from ShortMeTina.com with my nightly video. A very difficult video to shoot. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% in it, but a commitment is a commitment. Today's a particularly hard and difficult day for me, as after I record this video, I will then leave to pay my final respects to a dear friend of mine. She passed away about a month ago. We met in grad school, and she was by far one of the most kindest and generous persons I've ever met. Her passing had me do a ton of reflecting on my purpose and life in general. As we set out on this journey as a trader, I encourage and implore you to place this in perspective. Money is an object, and without getting too preachy, I encourage you all to value time and not money, experiences and not money, loved ones and not money. Don't reflect back 20 years from now and realize that your life was spent behind a computer staring at screens. On that somber note, let's get into the overall market and today's recap. So what you're looking at right now is the S&P 500 daily chart dating back to 2017. We had a good day today, up about 1% on the day, closed at 249.19, showing strength, right? Showing strength definitely today and for the past few weeks or trading days since breaking through that resistance line of 280 to 282. So for sure, for me, again, as I've indicated before, my eyes will be on all-time highs, right? So for the SPY, that clocks in at 294.95. Today, we made attempts to surpass and breach that, going as high as 294.38. Close once again, but no cigar. Closed at 294.19. And so for the remainder of the month, of the year, I will be paying attention to all-time highs. Again, for me, for the market to look the strongest, I would like to have this pull back to 280 to 280, have it serve as support, and bounce around a little bit there before trending on up. What else? And so what you're looking at right now is two things. The IWM daily chart, again, up about 1%. That's the traditional candlesticks that you see here. This other orange line, this is the SPY, the S&P 500, the chart that I just did. I wanted to give you a side-by-side comparison on what essentially was going on with this rally, while in many respects, the IWM, while it has trended up, it has remained stagnant in comparison to what you see here with the SPY. You can clearly see the divergence. I say all that to say the SPY closed at 160.51, penetrating that 160 level I've been talking about so much. Resistance, again, closed at 160.51. The high of the day was 160.64. I say all that to say perhaps the IWM is ready to rally. The market cannot go on to do those great things unless it has participation from small cap. That's how it's always been. So maybe the Russell is getting ready to go. Right now, it's all about sustainability. We were able to penetrate that 160 level. We closed above it. Now, again, going in to next week, the remainder of the month, it's all about sustainability. Can the market, or the IWM in particular, sustain this move that we saw here? What else? And then we have Disney up marginally on the day, closed at 134.33. Went as high as most recently 142.37. So we've pulled back a bit, but again, that's to be expected. The stock recently gapped up. Going back to December, the stock was trading as low as $100. So from 100 late December to 142 at the beginning of May, ending of April. That's about a 42% move, north of 50%. That's a huge move, especially for a large cap stock like Disney. So I say that to say, if you're the thing with trading, and I don't know how else I can stress this, and I think it's one of the things that do a lot of new traders and traders who really are not experiencing the level of success that they want to. So a couple of things. One is you cannot chase. Like, unless you're a momentum trader and you understand how to play stocks that gap up, not trading, but chasing is a losing game. So if you bought around 142 or 140 or 141 after the stock had made a 42% move, you're going to feel some pain. So we got into this trade, but we didn't get into this trade yesterday or, last week. We were sitting waiting in this. I'm not sure if the trade ever went against us. I think we were almost immediately in profit, if not the day we placed the trade on, but at least 2 days later. And I think it was just uphill from there. And that's a side note and a tip. Generally speaking, if your trade is going to be a good one, more than likely you're going to be in profit almost immediately when you enter that trade, right? Seldom does it go against you. So if you get into a trade, right, and it's showing you a profit all the way or right away, that should signal to you things are good. So with Disney, getting back, we didn't jump into this trade late into the game. We were sitting waiting in this trade, so we were able to partake in that move. I don't chase stocks, like I said before, and even to get our entry in Disney, I'm pretty sure we had to wait a few weeks for it to actually trigger our buy zone. So I say that to say I get emails from a lot of traders on, stocks that they hear me talk about that we've gained so much in. However, they're losing on the trade. And I say to myself, well, you just can't jump in. Here's the thing, and I'm kind of all over the place with this point. The thing is that what is your system? Your system can't be Tina is bullish on this stock, therefore I'm going to jump in. I'm glad that you're giving me sort of that level of quote unquote authority, for lack of a better word, or giving me sort of that person who has credibility when it comes to the stock market. I've been doing this for a long time, but I don't tell anyone to blindly follow me. I do these videos, one, just to essentially have it serve as a watch list, telling you this is what I'm watching, this is what I think these stocks can do. So if you're not, a part of a trading community, or if you're not signed up for my service, at minimum, you need to have a system in which you operate. So again, I'm all over the place. Please pardon me. But so two things with Disney. And two things about new traders and why they fail. One, the lack of patience, right? We just hit 142. The stock pulled back to 134. I know it's a bit of a haircut in a short period of time, but you have to weigh that against the strong move the stock has made since late December. That's one. I still see a price target of 150. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen the day I do the video or the next week. It might take some time to unfold. So you have two options. You can remain in the trade and you remain patient and you wait, or you get out the trade. Those really are your two options. So one, a lot of new traders fail because they lack the patience to actually hold through. And the second reason a lot of traders fail is that they have no system in which they operate in. So now, if someone asked you, what is your methodology? What would you tell them? Answer and comment below. What is your methodology? And then we have ZTS daily chart. Again, another stock that we took in the premium member community when the stock was trading in the low 90s. I still like it. I see a short-term price target of 110. You might have your pullbacks. Made new 52-week highs today. Went as high as close to 104. These are the type of stocks that you want to get in. And at some point, I'm going to do a video on what to look for, or at least at minimum, some of the things I look for when I'm measuring whether or not the stock is actually worthy to get in. So ZTS, you can see here, trading at 52 weeks highs. Great place to start looking as a scanner. Above short-term resistance around 97. Closed at 103.75, making new 52-week highs. I like it. What else? And we have Zynga, just giving an update. It's up about 3.6% on the day. Yesterday we had a bit of a pullback. But today we rebounded slightly, went as high as 607 to close at 603. So if you look at the chart, right, this going back to 2012, we're essentially tapping up against multi-year resistance of around 7 years. Once it breaks free, look at the overhead, right? There's not much overhead here. So if it breaks out, it can sustain that move, meaning breaking above yesterday's high of like 630. At some point, we can see 8, and I'd argue with a charging bull market, we can at some point retest all-time highs of in the 14, 15s. That's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. 8 more than likely can happen this year. Anything after that, we're looking at 2020 and beyond. All right, it gets into a longer-term investment versus a swing. But I'm very bullish on ticker ZNGA. What else? JD, let me update folks. So channel, remember, I most recently did a video, a very short video, so I'm going to link it somewhere here. Make sure you watch it on how I trade a channel. This was a classic channel going back to when the stock IPO'd back in 2014. How I trade a channel, again, go watch that video, is you buy when it gets to support, and support for a JD was around $19 or $20. And so when it got to around here, that's where we entered this trade. That's where I issued my trade alert for premium members at $19 or $20. So sitting here at 30, it's made a huge move, but I think it can give more. Again, going back to my understanding of how channels trade. And so for me, 35 would be that area you might want to shave off some more of your profits if you haven't already taken some here, because again, the stock has made a nice move. So still bullish on ticker JD. It's been kind of stagnant, and that's okay. Again, because we had that strong move, what I'm looking for is a break above here. We can call that around 31, 32. If we break above there, more than likely we'll get to 35. What else? And then we have EVOP. Let me update folks on this as well. Daily chart dating back to when the stock IPO'd, but let's focus in on price action dating back to September of 2018, going on a year. Another stock in a not a multi-year, but another stock in a multi-month channel. Again, we went long at the lower end, which is support. So sitting here at 30, we are above resistance, and what was once resistance, it's now acting as support of around 27, 28. So as long as we can stay above there, I remain bullish on ticker EVOP. I see this as a $40 stock at some point. What else? And here we have ticker APRN daily chart. So we closed at $1. And if you have been listening to my previous videos, I said that $1 serves as support dating back to August of 2018, coming up on a year. So again, if you pay attention, for the most part, the stock continues to trade around that dollar mark without dipping too far below. I want to put a word of caution here, though. Although I said if you're going to go long, the best place from a risk-reward perspective would be $1. I'd be mindful, because a stock that continues to retest a support level, chances are it usually breaks and fails, and I find that APRN has been hanging around $1 for a very long time. What else? And then we have NIO daily chart. Nice move, up about 6% on the day, but what I'm paying attention to really is the most recent low of 443. Again, I want to measure the strength of the bears and the bulls, and for that to happen, NIO needs to back test that, and then I will rethink my entry. But again, another stock that's been in a channel, it broke the channel around here. The lower end of that channel comes in at $6. One support, now resistance. So sitting here at 502, let's see if NIO can get above 6. If it does, that means it's back within its channel, the channel it's been trading in since September. If not, again, paying attention to the most recent lows of 443. What else? And we'll round it out with ticker NOVN, up about 6% on the day, closed at 122. Very much pale in comparison to the move it experienced the other day when the stock shot up about 100%, if not a little bit more. Again, was paying attention to resistance here of around 175. It doesn't seem as though we're going to get there. Is the story over? I wouldn't say so, because you haven't had mass unloading. So it's still a stock I would put on my watch list and my radar. Above we can say above this resistance here of 175, the stock might be along, but you have to wait for confirming volume. So that's it. Let's wrap it there. Tina, once again, from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like you to do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. Are you in any of these trades, looking to get in, etc.? Two, if you want more videos like this, I do them Monday through Friday. Head on over to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. You will be notified every time I post a video. And lastly, if you want more value, I've been trading for over 15 years, then head on over to ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always,